How's it going, everybody? David with Worldwide Golf Shops, here with Harry, the Pro Equipment Manager with Wilson, checking out the new staff model putters.
We have a variety of staff model putters, but what I want to talk to you about is like stroke type, and everyone's got a stroke type.
Sure.
It could be out to in, into out, big arcs, slight arcs, whatever. We've got a very good array of putters here to fit a variety of golf putting strokes. If I'm going to start, we've got a blade, which is the one at BL22.
Yep.
So when you look at the blade, it's a very familiar look.
Yep, classic shape.
Classic shape. It's going to fit that more of a slight to strong arc. And when I talk about like arc, it's about your toe droop, okay? So if you open and close the gates, go in and out a lot, you need one that comes down like this.
Yep.
And then the more you become straighter, you want it to become more and more like that.
Right.
To get that, basically the idea about putting is you want it to get to that square every single time it impact, wherever you're.
The rate of open and close, yeah.
Correct. So with this, you got your classic look for the BL22. Do you want to give it a couple of rolls?
Yeah, for sure, absolutely.
And it's coming. It's a milled head. It's one of those soft feel, consistent roll every single time.
Yep. Yeah, it's got that shape that everybody kind of.
Yeah, it's that familiar look. So it's one of those ones that you gotta hit it, right?
Yep. It's got a nice sound off the face too. A little bit of feedback too.
Yep.
I would say.
And what I like about it is you got the weights at the heel and toe, so it gives you a little bit more MOI.
Right. Okay.
So you see, you got those two weights at the back, where you're increasing mass on the parameters of the club, which on miss hits, it's gonna go exactly the same. It's basically a moment of inertia. So whenever you miss hit it, that club face can potentially open or close.
Okay. Yeah.
And do that. So when you make weight, and when you put weight on the outsides, on the toe and heel, you're minimizing that kind of open and close on miss hits.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So that is your classic, your BL22.
Absolutely.
The one that everyone knows is the 8802.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that is your classic, very much toe hang. So div little droop. So there is your big open and close.
Right.
All right.
Yep.
This is the one that really everyone knows this kind of look, and it came from the 8802.
Yes. Yeah. That is very nice. I mean, no real sightline on the top, but it's almost like you don't really need it.
A player who's going to be using this is one for history, and two for no distractions, like you said.
Yeah.
It's just one of those ones that you can just roll and roll and roll. Definitely one close to my heart when it comes to putters. MT22. So this is going to be your half mallet.
Okay.
So your half moon, if you will.
Yep. Longer sight.
Yeah. Very familiar look. Again, got weighting on the toe and the heel for extra MOI, so more forgiveness.
Okay.
And then, so what I mean by that MOI is if it didn't have any weight, this would just keep rotating like this.
Of course.
But when you add weight to the toe and heel, when you do it, it doesn't go anywhere.
Yep.
It's more of stable, so that you get on those misses, it's going to start on that direction more often than not.
And I would say, I mean, I guess a little more confidence looking down at something like this to see, a bigger sight line.
Yep.
Feel better about your alignment a little bit. And it's got, I mean, well, the way I kind of look at it too, it's almost similar to the BL22, but maybe just an extension here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's a very good point.
Okay.
And it's one of those ones that it's again one of these toe hangs where it fits a different demographic, because it's in between the 8802 and then you have the BL22, which is a little bit less.
Okay.
This is like a good in between. However, if you're not a blade guy, it's a very good option. So this is our TM22. Again, familiar look, but this is currently in my bag right now.
Okay.
It's not going to come out anytime soon. And again, you got those weights on the toe and the heel for that extra forgiveness.
Right.
But I just like how the mallet putter frames the ball when it's behind.
Yep.
And then I can just trust my stroke.
Yep.
And then fingers crossed it will go in the hole.
Yeah. Again,
If I've read the creed correctly.
some longer sight lines here that kind of like just helps with alignment in general. I definitely see what you're saying about, just kind of put it down and let it
Just let it roll.
Yep, let it roll, let it do the work. Do you know what the benefit of having, the things come out like this as opposed to maybe something here where it's just still a more rounded shape? Is that just looks preference, or is that more with like the weight?
It's a preference of personnel.
Yep.
Putting is very much how you feel when you get to the putting stroke.
Sure.
If it's confident in it, then you're gonna put a good stroke on it.
Sure, yeah.
When it comes to a half moon, you might think, hey, this is a little bit more mass. I don't have to do as much.
Right.
If people get a little bit handsy,
Yep.
you could potentially go to one or the other. So with all of our range, we have lots of different toe hangs to fit different stroke types. And you got mallets and we got blades.
Awesome. That's a very good, clean look throughout the bag here. Again, nice and simple, but gives you everything you need. The face milling, good feel.
Exactly.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. So as always, I can imagine that fitting for your putter is important too. Maybe an area that's a little bit underlooked. I think
100%.
Okay.
When I think a stat that I've heard is, I think 90% of PGA professionals have never been fit for a putter in about 5 years.
Wow.
So it is definitely underlooked, and it needs to not be, because it is the club that you hit the most on every single round that you play.
Wow. Well, as always, I think, getting custom fit is important, guys. Make sure to stop into your local Worldwide Golf Shops retail location. Get fit for your new Wilson staff model putter.